The appointment of KPI Soft and Tomo as the MySejahtera application developer in March 2020 was found to be irregular and was not based on government procurement procedures, according to the Public Accounts Committee. There are no minutes or supporting documents that exist regarding the appointment, with the only document being the non-disclosure agreement signed between the National Security Council on behalf of the government and KPI Soft. PAC also notes that the Ministry of Finance has set a ceiling price of 196 million for the acquisition of MySejahtera for a period of 2 years. In a statement, PAC Chairman Wong Kar-Wah said the amount was high and contradicted the concept of corporate social responsibility. Wong says that the CSR concept proposed by KPI Soft had caused the government to be unclear about the true direction of the acquisition of the MySejahtera application. He adds that the government was confused in terms of the appointment of KPI Soft, the concept of CSR and its duration, and the ownership of the MySejahtera application. Wong says the terms related to the CSR offer should be clearly stated and should not be used as an alternative way for direct negotiations. PAC is recommending that the government should take over the entire application through the Malaysian Administrative Modernisation and Management Planning Unit. The PAC also opined that the government also needs to take a more prudent approach in all procurement processes. These are among the recommendations made by the PAC to the government to implement as improvement measures as a result of 2 sets of proceedings that had been held by the Parliamentary Committee. The Constitution Amendment No. 3, Act 2022, also known as the Anti-Party Hopping Law, is to be enforced on Wednesday, October 5th, according to the Minister in the PM's Department, Parliament and Law, Datuk Sri Dr. Wan Junaidi Tuanku Jaafar. In a statement, the Minister explained that the Act was approved by the Yang di-Pertuan Agong on August 31st and gazetted on September 6th. Wan Junaidi added that the government remains committed to ensuring that the law banning members of the Dewan Rakyat from changing parties is enacted to protect the rights of the people, who have placed high trust in the representatives who were elected during the election process. The Act was approved with the support of a 2/3 majority of 209 members of the Dewan Rakyat on July 28th and the support of the majority of 52 senators in Dewan Negara on August 29th. Meanwhile, speaking to reporters at a press conference held at Parliament afterwards, Wan Junaidi said the Prime Minister has the discretion to decide when Parliament should be dissolved. However, he adds that the dissolution of Parliament ultimately depends on the approval of the Yang di-Pertuan Agong. Dairy producer Farm Fresh was the most bought new listing by local institutional investors in the third quarter up to September 29th, according to Bursa Malaysia. In its IPO performance report for the quarter, Bursa said the investors added 40.4 million worth of Farm Fresh shares to their portfolios, narrowing local institutional net fund outflow to 36.5 million for the year to date. Backed by Khazanah Nasional, Farm Fresh was listed on the main market on March 22nd at RM1.35 a share. It raised 1.1 billion from the exercise, which made it Malaysia's largest IPO since June 2021. Farm Fresh closed flat today at RM1.61. Meanwhile, for the same quarter under review, Bursa also pointed out that LGMS attracted 24.4 million of foreign inflow, making the cybersecurity services provider the most net bought IPO counter by foreign investors year to date. Ace Market listed LGMS, which raised 45.7 million from its listing on June 8th, ended today 2.8% higher at RM1.09. Bursa said 11 companies and 1 REIT made their debut on the capital market in the third quarter with a combined market cap of 2.32 billion, raising a total of 769.4 million in capital. These brought the total number of new listings to 27 companies and 1 REIT as of end September, where the market cap from the new listings totaled 7.05 billion, with 2.88 billion in funds raised. The 23 new listings on the main and Ace markets closed at an average of 54% premium over their issue prices year to date. Two contractors of the controversial Littoral Combat Ship project, whose contracts were terminated, have sued Baustet Naval Shipyard for outstanding payments and a declaration that the contracts are not void. The lawsuits were filed by Contravis Advanced Devices and Contravis Electrodynamics, both of which are 5149 JVs between Baustet Heavy Industries Corp and Germany's Rheinmetall Group. CAD and CED are both recipients of 12 letters of awards from BNS for the procurement, engineering, integration and supply of equipment and weaponry for the 6 LCS. The LOAs were terminated in August 2022. The suit is seeking an order for BNS to pay CAD alleged outstanding amounts of 880,068 ringgit, 39.87 million euros, 3.78 million British pounds and 55.94 million Swedish krona. Furthermore, BNS also has to pay an alleged outstanding amount of 216.65 million ringgit to CED. The terminations came amid allegations of misconduct, illegality and fraudulent dealings in relation to the LOAs issued to the contractors in the wake of the Public Accounts Committee report on the LCS project delays and cost overrun. According to BHIC's filing with Bursa Malaysia, other defendants named in the suit are BHIC and its wholly owned subsidiary, BHIC Defence Technologies. The suit further named two BHIC DefTech directors, Dr. Salehan Abang and Vice Admiral Datuk Syed Zahiruddin Putra Syed Osman, as defendants. Among the 17 items under the claim is a declaration that the 12 LOAs from BNS are not void and remain valid and subsisting. Further, the suit alleged that Salehin and Syed Zahiruddin had breached their fiduciary duties, common law or statutory duties under the provisions of the Companies Act 2016. BHIC, however, has denied the allegations made by CAD and CED, adding the allegations are baseless, frivolous, vexatious and unjustifiable, adding that it believes the plaintiff's claims are untenable. BHIC says it is currently assessing any financial and operational impact of the claim to the group. The case management has been fixed for October 11th. AME Elite Consortium aims to reach 1.5 billion in GDV for its newly launched iTech Valley at Southern Industrial and Logistics Clusters Phase 3 in Johor. Group MD Kelvin Lee Chai says AME Elite is confident that iTech Valley at SILC would follow in the footsteps of its iPark at Indapura and iPark at Senai Airport City, which have attracted foreign direct investment from all across the globe. Before the official launch today, iTech Valley has already garnered initial investments from prominent MNCs and domestic companies, including two US-based pharmaceutical giants. iTech Valley is located in the established economic zone of Iskandar Putri in Johor. Developed by AME's wholly owned subsidiaries Pentagon Land and Greenhill SILC, iTech Valley would feature industrial properties from standard to larger fit-for-purpose buildings customized to customers' requirements.